How to change your macOS cursor. First, you need to go to your browser. Then make sure you install the Mousekeep Tahoe pre-release. This one right here. Then you need to open it up. And you might get a warning, like you might get this warning. Yes, so you might get a warning saying Mousekeep not opened. So all you have to do is go to settings, go to privacy and security, scroll down, and you should see open anyway here. Then after you've done that, you need to go to capes. You need to go to file and press new cape. I've already made a new cape, so I'm not going to do it again. Then go to RW Designer and install a cursor. So let's see which cursors. Yeah, so I'm going to install the future cursor. Make sure it's not these animated cursors. Make sure it's the .cur. Show Finder. Then rename it to whatever you want, but make sure it's .png. So you're going to change it to PNG. Then you need to go back to Mousekeep, press edit, then add, then arrow. No, not busy. You need to go to arrow. Then you need to drag the icon to 1x. And then you need to, can you see that dot? That tiny dot right there? You need to make sure that dot is at the edge of your pointer or wherever you want your pointer to click. Just fiddle around with that. Let's see. Okay, then okay, so that's fine. Then you need to save it. Right click on it and press apply. And boom, you have your own custom arrow. And if you want to customize it, you can just go to file, settings, Mousekeep settings. Then you can make it bigger. But I wanted to make it smaller, but it doesn't look like I can make it smaller. I think you can make it smaller by installing a smaller download, like maybe like 32 by 32 pixels. I think this is 64 by 64. 48 by 48. That's why it's a bit bigger. You can change if you want it to be right or left-handed and other stuff. And that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you know how to change your macOS cursor. And tell me in the comments if it worked for you. See you in the next video. Bye.